In today's video, Dog Squad, we are going to be doing our Week 10 preview between the Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. NFL Cowboys struggling. We obviously know that. Doesn't look like we're going to really have any success this season. Maybe not even the playoffs. Probably not the playoffs. Just going to put my foot down. Probably not the playoffs. We're probably one of the least favorites to even make it this year. So, injuries have killed us. We don't also have a really good team. We're not really talented. So we already have our guys. Good guys have been out. Dak's out for the season, sadly now. Mike, I think, is playing tomorrow, so that's good. I don't think Deron Bland's. I think he's rolled out again. I don't know why. That he was only supposed to be out for 6 to 8 weeks from the Chargers game. He should have been back like week 5. I'm not sure why he's still in. Not in yet. So at least Will Parsons back. Lamb's still banged up, but I think he's better now. So just some injuries, and D-line, of course, Tank Lawrence, I haven't heard anything of. He's not back. So there's a lot of injuries that are going around, and it's hurting us. So, but we'll go over preview today, of course. We're going to keep doing these previews no matter how bad we are or how good we are. But as we get into this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss one of my videos. I was planning on doing a mid-season prediction, playoff prediction video, but I just decided not to. I don't think, I didn't really decide not to. I got busy, and then with other stuff, with some of my other videos, and I decided you know what, let's just not worry about this year. I'll try next year. I could do it maybe week 10. I may do it next week. Maybe it should be a week later. Maybe after the 10 weeks. Maybe we'll think about it. But that's what we'll do. And of course we'll have. I still have the prediction video to make, and of course this should premiere for Sunday. I have the prediction video to make, and I have the week 9 reaction video. So you just saw the past couple videos. My Eagles Cowboys Madden simulation, the week 9. Cowboys at Falcons on the all scores. I'll wrap this intro up in just a second. I just want to say is that I will be next Friday off from football. We don't have a football game because our team in the playoffs is on a bye. We're the number 2 seeds. That's good. We play the next week in the quarterfinals. So I don't know. I may not have Friday off actually because I might be going to do something else. I know I'm a busier teenager, so I might be able to. I'm not really sure, but I should be able to at least maybe make a video that day. So that's good. Even if not, we'll have videos Saturday as well. And of course, my Thanksgiving break's coming up, so we would have videos during that. So all that. So I'm at least getting videos out to y'all, no matter when it is. So that's at least good. So as we get into this, as further ado, let's get right in this video. Alright, we start off with this Cowboys defense versus Philadelphia offense. Philadelphia has had a explosive offense going into this year. We obviously know that Philadelphia Eagles aren't starting the year as we've seen before, with maybe undefeated or 1 or 2 losses. They have 3 losses, and they've had some games were probably really questionable. Maybe the Falcons lost. Falcons are good, but we've seen the Eagles, I think, play better, and I'm glad I'm honestly glad that they're not the same undefeated or 1-loss Eagles, but I don't like that they're sitting above us by a lot. I don't like, obviously, Dallas struggling a lot by this much, but this is going to be trouble for them tomorrow. I don't see them having a good day. I don't. If they're at home when we haven't played anything, I'll probably post some of them boys reports on Instagram. Go check that out. It's in the bio. I'll post this on the YouTube community page probably too. They have sucked at home this year. They have. They've let it combine, I think, around over 100 points, I think, allowed. The defensive side has. It's terrible. It has been awful on the defensive side this year at home. And it's not like it's been much better on the road, too. Now, I think you did, yes. Well, actually, you know what? You were better on the road. It's probably about far a lot better, maybe halfway better, actually, than at home, obviously, because at home was atrocious, and hopefully you can fix that tomorrow. You'll get that in a second. Obviously, you had the Browns. That was a good game. You had the Saints terrible game, Ravens terrible game, Giants. I think they played okay. 15 points to the Giants wasn't the old defense, but you had what you had. You needed to get back into it. The Steelers, maybe, they weren't that terrible of an offense, but they weren't the best scoring offense in the league. So you probably could have done better. But we know we were with, and then the Lions atrocious. The Niners game was good up until the third quarter. That's what it. And then the Falcons, I wasn't proud of them at all. Obviously, letting up 28 points. So let up a touchdown each quarter. So you did some good things, but there weren't really many things I could be proud of in that game. It's enough to win, but 28 points, that's not good. I mean, it's not. No, 3 TDs, letting 3 TDs happen, letting Bijan run over you. They didn't do what Derrick Henry, Alvin Kamara did, but he did run over you. Not stopping the run, not stopping the pass. Trayvon Diggs having a bad game last week, getting caught up in the defenders, not reading the right guys, not covering well. I mean, that's gonna hurt. I understand you don't have Bland, you don't have Parsons, you don't have Lawrence, but you weren't good with Lawrence and Parsons this year. You weren't on the defensive side against the good teams, and it's not gonna help one bit. And what are you doing against tomorrow? What are you doing tomorrow? That's exactly what you're doing. Going against a really good offense. Jalen Hurts, who's played like an MVP candidate this year, wouldn't say full MVP, but he's played like one maybe like throughout maybe starting week 5. He's played well. Obviously not top, but he's played well. I'm going to give him credit. Saquon Barkley, he's had a fantastic year, and he needed the Eagles. A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, they're top 20 receivers. A.J. Brown's a top 10 receiver. We know that. I don't know how. I'm just going to be seeing tomorrow. There's going to be blown coverages, blown reads. I mean, it's going to be everything tomorrow, I feel like. It's going to be terrible. But all I can say is you contain Saquon Barkley. You have to. You contain A.J. Brown, maybe get some turnovers, get some takeaways, pressure to Jalen Hurts, and maybe you can give the offense a chance. Are you subscribed yet to Trey Dog 60? Are you part of the Dog Squad? If not, go down below. Subscribe. We are close to 1K subscribers. It would be an honor if we could get there. Thank you so much for everyone that has subscribed to my channel and liked the videos and viewed the videos. Of course, commented. I don't get as many comments, so it would really help if you could leave a comment down below and share this video so other people can be part of the Dog Squad by subscribing. Now, hope you enjoy the rest of this video. Now we go over the offense now against the Philadelphia Eagles defense, who I will say they haven't. They're not bad. I think they've been on and off this year, honestly. Now, Nick Sirianni has been almost throwing games away. Has almost caused problems. He's not always the best coach. He's kind of like what Mike McCarthy was saying. Of course, I think Mike McCarthy's worse. I don't honestly know my feelings with Mike McCarthy. I don't ever know if I want him fired or not. I don't know. I think it's an ownership issue, but I think it's also a coaching issue. I do think, he has a Super Bowl, of course, but I think there are way too many problems that this could be his last year. So we'll see. There's parts I don't want him in, but there's parts I do. I don't know. I'm more into the ownership of why you didn't, mad at Jerry for not getting Derrick Henry, for not doing more in the offseason, for going cheap. You don't have the right coaching staff. We haven't produced the right coaching with these people. You had Dan Quinn. You got rid of him. You didn't re-sign Stephon Gilmore. You waited till the last second to re-sign your guys. You did Dak at the wrong time. I think you should have done in the offseason. So then you could have gotten Derrick Henry. Apparently you had no money. Obviously I want to re-sign. Obviously I wanted to extend Dak. I was happy. I wanted to extend CD, and then not extending Micah Parsons. I get it. And you need to extend in this offseason or whatever, because you didn't do much. Now I met Jerry Jones obviously before. I like him as a guy, but I just don't like him as an owner. And I will say that I don't. So, and a lot of Cowboys fans are tired of him too. So I like him as a guy, but I don't like him as an owner. And I just think it's time for him to go. Now I get the whole, drafting guys. Yeah, he drafted me. I will get it. He drafted guys to help the team. Didn't draft a running back. You didn't draft what you needed. You went after back over Zeke, and what has he done this year? You don't have Rico Dowdle, but you could have gotten Derrick Henry when he was a free agent. You, I think, could have gotten, you got an O-lineman, but they aren't produced well. This coaching, it's not the right coaching. Obviously, you can't be right in the, it's college and the NFL is good. I mean, they haven't been, it's a completely different thing, and they haven't been coached right. It's a complete, and they're also not good enough. You know, he's also not drafting apparently the right guys too. You drafted a couple linebackers that have helped. You went after Eric Kendricks. I haven't really seen him do much this year. Obviously, he's not helping stopping the run. You should have gone after someone that maybe is new and fresh. Trade a pick. And obviously, if you're not going to go after someone, you went after a running back. You went after Marius Liafu. You went after him, so that's good. I think he's not done a bad job this year, obviously, on the defensive side. I know we're still talking about the defense, obviously. We're supposed to be going offense. I'm just saying the ownership of this team. Not doing enough and not doing what we need. And there's also dumb mistakes. Trading for Jonathan Mingo, overpaying, that's not just enough. Flying an helicopter, landing on your field during practice, I'm sorry. It's bad. But then the coaching comes in with the play calling as well. Mike McCarthy don't need to be calling. I don't need him as a play caller too. I think coaching is just fine for him. Don't need to be play calling. I didn't like it when Kellen Moore was doing it. Playing call. Man, I wanted him gone, and I'm glad he was. And now the Eagles' offense is finally doing it now. He almost let it. He's kind of done this season where he's made bad mistakes, and he almost choked against the Jaguars. So he still has his old Kellen Moore. Obviously, I'm not hating anyone. I'm not hating on anybody as a person. I'm hating on them as a coach, hating on them as a player, hating on them as an owner. Kellen Moore, great person, I'm sure. Of course, not the person I want in Dallas. So that's it. That's obviously I just don't want to say that. I'm not one of those guys that obviously like one say I want you. You go get run over. So I'm not like one of those people. Whatever. Like no. I don't wish on someone's death or something like that, like they've done with Jerry Jones or something. I'm not one of those people. Obviously, I'm not. But we talk about tomorrow's game. The Dallas Cowboys offense, we know Dak's hurt. It's terrible. I mentioned in the beginning, its injuries have been terrible. The players, not enough talent. This team has hit rock bottom. And now we're starting with Cooper Rush. No, he's not a bad backup. He's not. We've seen him make plays. He just doesn't make enough plays. The only loss he has was against the Philadelphia Eagles. I mentioned that over on my Denver Boys Reports, my YouTube page. I mentioned that earlier this week. That this team, that Cooper Rush, is obviously only lost to the Eagles. And that's going to affect when he plays a good team. Because he played Cincinnati that year. He did. He beat the Giants when they were good that year. We will give him that. He's a good backup, but I just don't think he will take us far. If Dak couldn't save us, we don't have enough surrounding group. Now, Micah may be back tomorrow. Maybe he can get pressure to Jalen Hurts on that. Maybe sack him, and maybe help their offense not do as well tomorrow. But we got to get Rico Dowdle going. We got to. This Eagles defense has been fine this year. I don't think they're a top defense, but they've been fine. I honestly think they have. I think this is a team that the offense can be maybe balanced against, especially when it's a tougher division opponent. They might fight hard. We always seem to do with the Philadelphia, even though we haven't been good at home. We got dominated at home. We know that I think we can put up a fight tomorrow. I'm still picking Philly to win. But we'll just hope that this offense can get explosive, make explosive plays, get the ball to CD, maybe get the ball to Tolbert, and then maybe you can find Mingo. I don't know. Get the ball to Jake Ferguson. Make stupid plays, Cooper Rush. It's your first starting game since the game against the, Philadelphia Eagles, maybe, 2022. That might be the last one. So, obviously he's winning, but to go in as a starter, probably 2022. This is going to be a game where Cooper Rush has to make the right decisions. Cooper Rush has to be able to play as he's filling in for Dak. Like I'm saying, he needs to be on the level to not. Obviously, he's not probably good as Dak, but he needs to be on not one of those poor backup levels. He needs to be on his level we've seen him play before and know where we are. Because I don't think we need to put Trey Lance out there, especially I did against preseason. I don't trust him, but I mean, I guess it wouldn't hurt. If Cooper Rush doesn't work, then the Trey Lance maybe have to do it, because if our season's over, our season's over. We don't have enough remaining talent as well, surrounding talent besides Lamb and all, and maybe Fergie, Parsons. When Diggs is good, maybe Bland's hurt, Dak's hurt, Tank's hurt. We've already been over this, and then Zach Martin, some of our O-linemen. Our O-line's been terrible though this year. So, and that's the thing, O-line has to block. The front of Philadelphia is tough. This one team, this Philadelphia got to us a couple years last year when we played in Philadelphia. They got to Dak on at the end. Of course, you probably shouldn't take a sack in the red zone, throw it out of bounds. But where he goes with Terrence Steele. Terrence Steele's been awful. He's not the O-line we need. He's been selling in games. No, it's not good. He didn't do too bad against. I think he did fine against Philadelphia, against Atlanta last week. Played well, but he's just not one of the worst O-linemen, and that hurts us a lot. It does in crucial moments, in some situations. The O-line doesn't seem to want to block on third down, I figured out, because it seems like when you get pressured, it's like third down, and Dak's sacked. And then here we go, punt. Or whatever, field goal. I mean, it just seems to always be that. It's so annoying, and we got to find a way to do it, because Philadelphia's got a front that can definitely hurt the quarterback tomorrow. Can definitely get to Dowdle and then of course we'll be here tomorrow and be like, our run game once again wasn't efficient enough. And I don't need CD freaking out at home or something like that again. Please no. But that's it. I mean, if you're in the red zone issues, you need to be able to convert those, and maybe you can get points up on the board. Obviously, that's gonna be enough for tomorrow. Well, that's all I'm going to say. Hopefully the Cowboys pull out the win. Maybe we can get our season just back a little bit back on track before we go play Houston at home. That will also be a tough game. Our season is tough. The remaining schedule is tough. This is not the game we want. It's not the 3-5 Dallas Cowboys. And this will be, if we lose this game, our worst record since the 2020 season, I think. But we obviously, Dak was hurt. CD had his rookie year. Mike McCarthy was his first year. COVID. Well, okay. Dallas wasn't really good that year. We get it. But they had a 2015 year as well. That sucked. And guess who got hurt? Tony Romo. We have had bad seasons when our quarterback have had season-ending injuries. We have. And it just seems like that. But maybe Dak will have a comeback player of the year once again next year. Maybe. So we'll go over that next year, whatever that comes, obviously. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully Dallas wins. I will not be live tomorrow. I will be celebrating my grandmother's birthday. I will be watching it probably on my phone. Obviously while I'm making, of course, conversation. I'll at least watch the game, probably put on my drink or whatever's on there while I'm talking to people. Just like if I had TV, I won't be like doing this or something like that. Obviously, I don't want to be one of those kids, but I'll be watching it, and I will be probably posting on my community posts, updates and all that. So hopefully Dallas wins, and that will be to maybe save our season, and hopefully Cooper Rush can get a 1-0 start of this year, because he'll be in for, if they want him, probably all season, and maybe it will miraculously make the playoffs. Maybe we can be the last year's Green Bay Packers, and maybe we can be the 2018 Carolina Panthers, Dallas Cowboys. I'm thinking Jonathan Mingo trade. But thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.